Alright guys, welcome back. If we look at our in-game mail, Cap's Commissary is now open. So there's a trade-in store and there are purchasable items. So if we go into the solo events and we go to Cap's Commissary here, so if we look at it, you can do battleground solo objectives, defeat an opponent in alliance quest, then there's a bunch of purchasable items in the unit store and a bunch of bundles that are available. And those are like one-time, I think, offers. So if we go ahead and we look at the store, we go to Cap's Commissary. At the moment, there are some bundles that are in here. And it appears that there are, if you look at, if we compare this list to the list in the objectives, or like what you can use to get points for that solo event, then there are some that are missing, and it said that there were a few more dates. So like I think every 3 days or so, we're gonna get some extra bundles here. And there are definitely some good ones here. I love the gold offers here. Anything that has gold in it, I've got plenty of gold, especially on the main account here. I'm definitely gonna be picking those up for sure. For me, I don't know if I've got enough to be going hard on some of these other bundles. I guess we're getting rid of tickets. I think are going to get phased out, and if that's the case, you can trade in whatever tickets you have. I have 114 tickets. I could trade those in for quite a bit of gold here, so I can go ahead and potentially do that. And so, because if you're not running, I guess it's like Alliance Quest 8, you can trade those in. I think those are getting phased out, so it appears that's why they would be available to trade in for some gold. So just be aware that there are some other bundles. So if you were thinking about potentially getting those, possibly wait a little bit until the rest of them come out. The rewards are pretty good. There is a selector here for 30,000 6-star shards if you're Paragon, another 900 units, and then potentially, if you are able to get it all, there you can either a 7-star Silver Warrior is yours, or even potentially just the 7-star Crystal. Might be more tantalizing for some people than the 7-star Silver Warrior. I'll have to see if I even get close to those points before I have to making that decision. But again, if we look at the bundles, there are bundles in here that are specific to. I think there are ones that are certain to your progression level, right? I don't have the 5-star rank up bundles available to me. I only have the 6-star rank up bundles, so you can't be getting both unless you start with one and then potentially go from like Thronebreaker to Paragon, and you go from one, or like if you move up levels potentially. But if we look, there's a 4-star rare champion selector, a 5-star rare champion selector, and the last one is the loyalty selector bundle for 1,000 points, which is almost a quarter of the points needed for the event, which could make a huge difference to most people. But if it's loyalty, I don't know how much loyalty that's going to be. If it's going to be like a couple 100,000, is it going to be a few million? I don't know what the reward is going to be, and I don't know what the amount is going to be. But I think that holding off until you know how much that is. In the meantime, you can do your Alliance Quest fights. You can do your Battleground solo objectives and get whichever other ones you want to do in the interim. But the purchasable items are going to be here for any of the whales out there or people who want to go for it. There are Titan Crystal shards that obviously if I got a bunch, it would push me closer to a Titan Crystal. I'm not doing that. But again, if you want to purchase items and you're going to be purchasing units anyway, you can purchase some of these bundles. Now again, you can see there's 9 days, 21 hours left. So you have for these purchasable items, and the same thing for the entire event. Right, Cap's Commissary has 9 days, 21 hours, and the store is still available for, again, the 9 days and 21 hours. So I think there will be a couple more every couple days. They will be throwing more items in, I think maybe on like I don't know if it's the 26th and the 29th, but we'll have more opportunities potentially to finish off these last 3 spaces there, potentially with other bundles. So I will get some, but I'll probably hold off. There is the I'm not going to get the probably this 999 units. I'm going to hold my units. There are other events like Cyber Weekend that are coming up soon that I'm not going to be spending too many units here. But I have, for example, 9 Awakening gems, so I could go ahead, trade that in for 56 stones. Could be quite useful for taking some new 6 stars up to high sig. And then the 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 gems, I am likely going to be picking those up, especially on the main account. That is an excellent deal for anyone who's flush with gold, so I suggest picking those up. The other ones, again, this is like a rank 4 to 5 Nexus selector, I believe, right? It's a so it's like a, you're gonna get a choice of class rank up gems from like 4 to 5. So looks like, I'm not sure if it's guaranteed, but it looks like it's a nexus of picking the or if you just get to choose your or if it's guaranteed, you get to choose one of the class rank up gems. So that's pretty cool here. And then I'm not nearly going to have enough to trade in a bunch of like 6-star features for a 7-star. On a quick side note, it's 165,000 6-star shards for that 7-star, which I definitely have, but that 165,000 6-star shards, if you open up 16 and a half 6-star basics, that's at least 4,500 7-star shards, not including max sig crystals, potentially awakening new 6-stars, getting new 6-stars, and all the ISO from the dupes. So that's a pretty steep price to pay for a 7-star, but it's definitely doable, but I'll have to see what my decision is. But again, there are some fun items in there, but just be aware that there are more bundles to come, and those bundles will help you get points for the solo objective to get that potentially free 7-star Civil Warrior, or 7-star, depending how hard that's going to be. You have to make sure you do all your Battleground solo events every time they refresh. Get into Alliance Quest and bump into as many fights as you can in there so that you can get as many points as you can for the event. So that's it for now. When the new ones come out, maybe I'll post an update. But for now, good luck, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.